Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. What we're going to do today is a tutorial. It's going to be on washcloths. I have just recently made these 3 washcloths. We're going to be using the Trinity stitch. It's very easy. They work up very fast. But this would be a great gift for baby showers. Also for, as a gift just as face cloths. And it can also be used as a hand drying towel if that's what you want to use it for. And most definitely good sellers for the craft shows. Okay. It measures approximately 8 inches wide and 9.5 inches in length. Okay. So that's what we're going to be working on today. So let's get started. These are very textured. It's a beautiful stitch. It looks like stars. And again, it's a 1 row repeat. We're going to be using the chain stitch and a single crochet. And that is it. The border is optional. You don't have to do the border, but I just think it looks so much better with the border. Okay. So it's beautiful. I really like it. Now, the supplies that you will need, you're going to need yarn. And I'm working with peach today. No, it's called banana. It's called banana. And I got it from Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton. Hobby Lobby. And it's 100% cotton. And it's 4 weight. And if you do the border, you can purchase the white by I Love This Cotton at Hobby Lobby also. So you need the cotton, yarn. You'll need the H crochet hook, that's 5.0. You'll need scissors, a finishing needle or a yarn tapestry needle for weaving in the ends, and a tape measure. Okay, let's chain 30. You don't want to chain too tightly. So let's do it loosely. I have my 30 chains. We're going to make a single crochet in the second back bump. There's your first back bump, but we're going to start in our second one. Put your hook into that back bump, bring up a loop, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over. That's your first single crochet. Now in this same space, you're going to put your hook down in that space, bring up a loop, the next back bump, insert it, the hook, bring up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, the next back bump, insert your hook in the back bump, bring up, yarn over, bring up a loop, 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, bring through all 4, yarn over, chain 1. That is your first Trinity stitch. Okay, the next Trinity stitch we're getting ready to start. Put your hook back down in that same space you just completed. Bring up a loop, the next back bump, insert your hook, bring up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, the next back bump, insert your hook, bring up a loop, 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, bring through all 4, yarn over, chain 1. 2 Trinity stitches on your chain now. Go back down that same space you just completed, insert your hook, bring up a loop, next back bump, insert your hook, bring up a loop, next back bump, insert your hook, bring up a loop, yarn over, bring through all 4, chain 1. The next stitch, you're going to put your hook right back down into the last stitch, bring up a loop, next back bump, bring up a loop, next back bump, bring up a loop, yarn over, bring through all 4, chain 1. Now make sure that chain 1 is loosely, because you're going to be going back into that and you don't want it too tight. Go back into the same stitch, bring up a loop, go back in the same stitch, the back bump, yarn over, bring up a loop, go into the next back bump, bring up a loop. You have 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, bring through all 4, chain 1, and we're going to do this all the way down. Working in the back bump only on the chain. Yeah. Next back bump. Bring up a loop. Yarn over, bring through all 4, chain 1, back down in the same space, bring up a loop, next back bump, bring up a loop, next back bump, bring up a loop, yarn over, bring through all 4, chain 1, go back in the same space, bring up a loop, back bump, bring up a loop, back bump, yarn over, bring through all 4, chain 1, go back down in that same space, bring up a loop, back bump, bring up a loop, back bump, bring up a loop, yarn over, bring through all 4, chain 1, go back down the same space, bring up a loop, yarn over, bring that through as a loop, go into the back bump, bring up a loop, 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, bring through all 4, chain 1, go back down that same space, bring up a loop, bring up a loop here, the next back bump, Oop, I split the thread here, bring it through, yarn over, bring it through all 4, chain 1, go in the same space, next back bump, bring up a loop, next back bump, bring up a loop, all 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, bring through all 4, chain 1, go back down the same space, bring up a loop, back bump, bring up a loop, next back bump, bring up a loop, yarn over, bring through all 4, chain 1. Now we have 2 back bumps left. Go back down that same space, bring up a loop, back bump, bring up a loop, the very last back bump, all 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, bring through. Now what we're going to do, this is how you end each row. When you get down here, you have your 4 loops and you yarn over, bring it up. You do not chain one at this point. You do not. You're going to go back down that same space and you're going to make a single crochet. You end with a single crochet at the end. After you've done the single crochet, you then chain one. You turn your work. You're going to make a single crochet in this first stitch from the previous row. Single crochet. Now, what you're going to keep in mind, you're going to end with the single crochet. You start with the single crochet. Go back into the same stitch where you just make the single crochet. Pull up a loop. Next stitch. Pull up a loop. Next stitch. Pull up a loop. That's 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over. Bring through all 4. Chain 1. This is the repeat row. Only thing you really need to remember is end with a single crochet, begin with a single crochet. Okay, go back down that same space where you just made that stitch, yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, bring through all 4, chain 1. Go back into the same space, pull up a loop, next stitch, pull up a loop, next stitch, pull up a loop. 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, bring through all 4, chain 1. This is what we're going to be doing throughout the entire pattern. You're going into those stitches. No stitch is left untouched in this particular pattern. You just don't want it to be too tight because it will be hard to go in and out of it. We're approaching the end here. Okay, we're at the end and we have, I need to finish that, number 1. We have 2 stitches left. Okay, go back down in that same space. And here's that other one laying to the side. Pull it through. You have 4 loops on the hook. At the end, what we're doing is not chaining 1 here. We're making a single crochet back in the same space that we just left. Single crochet. And now we'll make a chain 1 and we will turn our work. And we will start again with a single crochet in the first stitch from the previous round, which was a single crochet. And we start the process again. It's easy. 4 loops, pull it through, chain 1, go back down, 4 loops in the hook, on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 4, chain 1. So your work should be looking like this. It's a gorgeous pattern. And what you're going to do, you're going to keep working this for 15 rows. And we will meet back up and we will do the border, or you could choose not to do the border. But in the video, I will be showing you how. See you shortly. Okay, I'm back. I've completed my 15 rows, and this is what it looks like. And I'm down to my last 2 stitches, and we're going to start making the border. Okay. You do the you do the Trinity stitch just like we did before, single crochet, so you're ending on a single crochet. Okay, so we're done with the actual washcloth, the body part of it, and now we're going to do the border. Now what you could do is chain 1. Now I'm going to keep the border the same color as this towel. You could do it either way. What I will say, 1 skein of yarn will make 2 washcloths. But the second washcloth, it will not be enough to do the border. So that's why I changed up. Okay. 1 skein of yarn will take care of 2 washcloths, but the second washcloth will need a different color border, or you buy more yarn of the same color. Either way you like to do it. So what we're going to do, we are going to single crochet. I'm not going to chain 1 there. Take that out. Take that chain 1. We end it with a single crochet. And what we're going to do is this space right here, we're going to make our first single crochet. Okay? If you like, put your stitch marker there. Since we're doing it all in the same color, you may want to put your stitch marker there to let you know where when you get back around. And what we're going to do, we're just going to single crochet. We already did one that space in each open space all the way around. And keep in mind, you do want to make sure that your single crochets are evenly placed, because you do not want, you want your picot stitches to come out evenly. So it's very important that where you place your single crochet as you go around, keep in mind you want your single crochets done evenly all the way around. Now we'll go around to this side, and then this is the side where we started with. This is our foundation row, and I want to show you and talk to you a little bit about placing your single crochet there, because it is a little bit tighter. We worked in the back loop only there, so I want to just kind of walk you through that. So we're just placing our single crochets around. You see where I'm placing them, the open spaces. Now if you don't want to do the border, you do not have to, but like I said, I think that towels look a little bit more attractive with borders. So we're doing all of this all the way down to the next corner. And in that corner, when we reach there, down here, we're going to put 2 single crochets in that corner. We're going to put 2 single crochets in each corner. Just so the corners can be very defined. The single crochets all the way around. Okay, right here in this corner, we're going to do, and make sure we're going to crochet over this tail, so we don't have to do weaving ends on that one. So we're making a single crochet, and we're making another single crochet. Okay. And this one, because like I said, this is our foundation row and we work in the back loop only, so you can see it's very, very much tighter here than it is at the top where you end it. So we want it evenly spaced. Make sure the tail is over there. We want it evenly spaced. So you can just open it up. We don't want more single crochets here and then not enough single crochets on the sides. We don't want it to be uneven. And just make sure you crochet over that tail. That's just one less end that you have to weave in. So just look at it and just use your best judgment on this. Okay. So what you're going to do is continue with your single crochets all the way around. When you get to the corner, make 2. Okay, make 2 single crochets in the corner. Come up this end, come all the way around. And again, keep in mind your single crochets should be evenly spaced. You don't want one side to have more than the other. You're going to come across and you're going to put, we just did 1 single crochet there. You're going to put another one there. Let me make sure I'm in frame. You're going to come all the way around and you're going to put another a second single crochet. We only did 1 there, so you're going to put 1 more there. Each corner should have 2 single crochets, and we're going to meet back up once you get to that corner and we're going to do the edging. Okay, I'm back. I've just worked my last single crochet and I'm going to put a second single crochet in the corner because we only did the 1 before. Okay, and I'm going to remove the stitch marker and we're going to be working an edging. It's called a picot stitch. We've learned 2 stitches today, the Trinity stitch, and now we're getting ready to learn the picot stitch. So what we're going to do is you got the single crochet there, and we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. This stitch right here, the single crochet that we ended with, that stitch right here, this piece of yarn here, we're just going to put our hook right in there. Okay, just like that. Yarn over, bring the yarn through. That's it. Then we're going to make a single crochet right here in this stitch. Single crochet. And we're going to make another single crochet in the next stitch. And now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Take our hook. This right here, this is part of that first single crochet that we just made. Put your hook right down there. And it should look just like this. Yarn over. Bring it through the 2 loops there. That's your picot stitch. The next stitch next to it, place a single crochet, another single crochet in the next stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Put your hook in this stitch here, part of that very first single crochet that we did before we did the chain 3, 1, 2, 3. That stitch there, just right there in front. Yarn over, bring it through those 2 loops. Make a single crochet next to it in the next stitch. Single crochet in the next stitch. And chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Put your hook in that stitch, part of the stitch right there, the first single crochet. That's a part of that single crochet. Yarn over, bring it through, single crochet in the next stitch. This is very easy. Single crochet in the next stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Insert your hook, yarn over, bring it through those 2 loops, single crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, 1, 2, and 3. Hook into that very front part of the single crochet that we started with right there. Pull it through, single crochet here in the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, and chain 3. Put your hook into that stitch right there, that very first single crochet, that first leg of it. Yarn over, bring it through, single crochet in the next stitch. Very easy. And you're going to do this all the way around. Let's see how that looks. See that? Isn't that nice? Picot stitch. So we're going to do that all the way around until you get back to your very first picot stitch, and we will meet back. Okay? Okay, I'm back to my starting corner with making my border, and I have space to put one more picot stitch. You may not have, you just do it accordingly, make sure it's evenly spaced. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to slip stitch right next to that. And I'm going to cut my yarn. I'm going to leave maybe like a 5-inch to weave in. Bring that through. Pull it good and tight. And we are done. We have our washcloth. Isn't that gorgeous? The texture is just beautiful. I'll weave in that one a little later, but it is really, really nice. I think the edging just gives it a little something, you know, adds to it. It definitely doesn't take away from it, but it's a real nice washcloth, very thick, very nice, 100% cotton. So hopefully you've enjoyed it, and hopefully you'll make some more, use them as gifts or sell them at craft shows. I'll see you in the next video, but please do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.